Yo, Luke Cage coming.
NERDSoul.
Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Yeah, we bringing together that geek, that hip hop for another episode of On Screen. That's right, that live action is getting some flavor. Of course, we're talking about the wonderful, the illustrious, the bulletproof love himself, Luke Cage. And before we get started on this trailer, I just want to say how good it is to see a bulletproof brother on screen. We might not get it in life, at least we get it somewhere. Anyway, this trailer starts off with flames, literally, you know what I'm saying? Blowing up stuff, trying to take your boy out. Luke Cage like, yo, what you thought? You thought fire hurt me? Huh? Yo, I love just the flow, the swag that, Luke Cage got, you know what I'm saying? He's feeling himself right now, and it's a good thing. He's like, I got this, yeah. Even when he's playing to the camera like, you know who I am? Come and find me. Boom, hit him with the hoodie. Like, yo, he's on his G right now. And, beating up people left and right, walking the streets, got coffee, you know what I'm saying? Ladies turn around looking at him like, oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's living for the city. But, unfortunately, see, there's some loose ends from season 1. And there's someone new. And, of course, when we see that someone new, homie hits him with the illest 2-piece and a biscuit. He's like Eddie from Tekken in this joint. Homie hit him with that clit out, and then hit him with that, I can't do the other flip, the other kick, but he hit him with a backwards spinny, like a capoeira joint. And Luke Cage took a slight L, all right, a slight L. It's kind of like when you're pretty cool and everything's going well, and you just, you slip up just a little bit. And the bad thing about this is that it was on a grand scale where everybody could see. Like, dude, you got semi-waxed, all right? You ain't get a full beat down, but you got semi-waxed on camera. Honestly, I like that because we have someone who's gonna have to struggle with some pride, maybe a little bit of loss, some embarrassment as well. Because see, in season 1, we dealt with someone who was just, kind of, I guess, coming into his own, trying to figure out what his place was, what he was gonna do, and then also reconnecting to a certain degree with some family, but then also having to lose said family amongst just a ball of confusion with, dirty politics, gangsters and stuff like that. So we dealt with kind of like the rising of a hero or a rising of a star, and then having to deal with the part of just being a man of, oh snap, the sins of my father have come back to, of course, bite me in the butt. But now in this season, it seems like we're going to be dealing with someone who has to tie up those loose ends from season 1, and also someone who's going to have to deal mentally with where he's at. Because being so untouchable, being like the man of Harlem, like Harlem is mine, I protect Harlem, and then being kind of like knocked off that pedestal, how is that going to deal with his psyche? How is that going to deal with, his view of himself and his view of himself in this world we call Harlem? Yeah, I stuck it in there, Harlem world. So before we move on, of course, KURO brand is going to help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check that link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. So the loose ends is something that I really loved. And actually, I remember talking to Mariah about this loose end and Alfre Woodard's character. Black Mariah is someone who I think is really dope, who I think is someone that should be around for a long time. I feel like she is the kind of villain that we can love to hate, because Alfre Woodard as an actress is just, she's got so much charisma. She just commands eyeballs when she's on the screen. So I don't want her to just be, taken out super fast. And I think that's why they kind of like ushered her out in season 1, because they were like, look, she's too dope of an actress to just be getting rid of. You know, we already got rid of Cottonmouth. We can't get rid of another dope actor too. So it's like, I like her being in an untouchable position where Luke Cage just can't punch his way out of that situation. And we see shades like that chocolate. I mean, who doesn't? But I'm just saying, you know, Shades is back, so we don't know what kind of dirty, sneaky stuff he gonna be getting into. But those loose ends are gonna bite Luke Cage square right in betwixt his cheeks, because he should have handled that in season 1 and he didn't, and he's probably gonna pay for it. As far as the new, you know, Bushmaster character, I'm into this. I'm into seeing, you know, the mixture of mysticism and voodoo. And speaking of that, on another tip, this could be a spoiler. You know what? I'm not going to talk about Avengers. I'll leave that alone. I'll just say that I've always wanted to write the character of Brother Voodoo, but I would just drop the brother and just call it Voodoo. I think that could be dope. I think the MCU could use a character like him right now to help out. I think that's the best way I can say that. But back to Bushmaster, I like the mixture between kind of like this voodoo aspect, also kind of like the mysticism, and how Luke Cage will have to play with that, because that's kind of out of his range, out of his, you know, scope of, you know, knowledge. And I mean, we know that, unfortunately, Iron Fist will be in here somewhere, but hopefully Iron Fist will tell him, you know, teach him how to, you know, throw some hands, even though Iron Fist should be the last one. Teach him how. Maybe we need Colleen Wing. Bring her in. She can help him learn how to throw hands, because we ain't gonna go there. So I know you guys saw the trailer. I'm sure there's tons of stuff that you saw in there and you love, like hearing Erick be it Rakim or M.O.P. Just make sure to holler at me. I'ma holler at you. Down in them comments, let's talk about, of course, Luke Cage. I can't wait to check it out. I know there's some people that have already checked it out. There's gonna be some people that's checking it out this weekend. Kind of hating on y'all, low key, but I'm glad you get to see it. So before I bounce, I'm gonna tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right. There's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, just because you got to prove that you did something doesn't mean you got to get beat up for it. Peace.